Welcome to ViralVibe. Climate change. We see the headlines, we hear the warnings, rising sea levels, record-breaking temperatures, extreme weather. But what if we told you this is just the beginning? Beyond the melting ice and burning forests, there are unseen consequences, the ones we don't talk about enough. The mental toll on millions. Entire communities forced to flee their homes, cultures and traditions disappearing forever, an economic crisis looming on the horizon. This is the untold story of climate change. Let's go beyond the obvious. Chapter 1. Climate Change and Mental Health. The Silent Struggle. When people lose everything, the damage isn't just physical, it's psychological. Farmers facing relentless droughts suffer from depression, anxiety, and even suicide. Survivors of hurricanes and wildfires experience PTSD similar to war veterans. Young people are battling eco-anxiety, a growing fear about the planet's future. Studies show that after extreme weather events, suicide rates increase and mental health disorders skyrocket. The worst part? We're not prepared for this crisis. Mental health services aren't equipped to handle climate trauma. As our world changes, so does the way we feel about it. Chapter 2. The Rise of Climate Refugees. No place to call home. The United Nations predicts that by 2050, up to 200 million people will become climate refugees. Imagine waking up one day to find your home underwater. Your entire country erased from the map, and nowhere left to go. The island nation of Kiribati is already preparing for the worst. Rising sea levels will soon swallow their homeland. Their entire population must relocate, but where? Unlike war refugees, climate refugees have no legal protection. Countries refuse to accept them, fearing economic strain. They are left stateless, with no rights, no support, and no future. This is not a prediction. It's already happening. Chapter 3. The Disappearance of Cultures, a Loss Beyond Measure. What happens when a culture is tied to a land that no longer exists? For centuries, indigenous people have lived in harmony with nature. Their languages, traditions, and ways of life are deeply connected to the land. But climate change is erasing these cultures. The Sami people of Scandinavia, known for reindeer herding, are struggling as winters become unpredictable. The Inuit in the Arctic are losing their ice-covered hunting grounds, forcing them to abandon ancient traditions. Entire Pacific Island cultures may vanish as their homelands sink beneath the waves. When the land disappears, so does history. Imagine telling your children, "Our homeland no longer exists." Chapter 4. The Economic Domino Effect. A crisis beyond nature. Climate change isn't just an environmental crisis, it's an economic catastrophe waiting to happen. Food prices are skyrocketing as crops fail from extreme heat and drought. Homes are becoming uninsurable in flood and wildfire-prone areas. Jobs are disappearing as industries collapse under environmental pressures. If we don't act now, the next financial crisis won't come from Wall Street. It will come from a warming planet. Chapter 5. Climate Change and Public Health, a New Wave of Illnesses. A warmer planet isn't just about the heat. It's about new diseases, health crises, and deadly outbreaks. Rising temperatures are expanding mosquito territories, bringing malaria and dengue fever to new areas. Air pollution is causing record-high asthma and lung disease cases worldwide. Extreme heat is killing thousands every year, especially the elderly and vulnerable. Our hospitals are not prepared for the climate-driven health crisis. Chapter 6. Water Wars, the next global conflict? In the future, wars won't be fought over oil. They'll be fought over water. Rivers are drying up. Droughts are pushing entire communities to the brink. Countries are already fighting over access to water. The UN warns that by 2030, demand for water will outstrip supply by 40%. What happens when the most basic human need becomes a luxury? Chapter 7. What can we do? This isn't just a crisis. It's a call to action. Support clean energy and sustainable policies. Hold corporations accountable for pollution. Educate yourself and others. Spread the word. Reduce waste, conserve energy, and make eco-conscious choices. If you made it this far, you are part of the change. Subscribe, like, and share this video to spread awareness. Together, we can protect our future. Because climate change isn't just about saving the planet. It's about saving each other. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos.